Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the wrist.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Newton on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Kevin King, the former Washington Husky, there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On first down, Newton. It's caught by OBJ. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
To throw again on second down. Newton nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Off play action. Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Double tight. Even. 4 down. Even. Hey.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Double tight. Hey. Four down. Crouch. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Kill.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. From the gun, Love gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 23 yards on the play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. And they try to sweep to Jones. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Operating from the gun, Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
You're not ready. Rush in. Watch the eye. Check.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, it's Jones, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Check 52.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the gun on third down, Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. We're scoreless after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Fourth down, and on comes Justin Vogel to punt it away. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. This is taken at the 15. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
That's the way.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton, he finds his target, Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week. And he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
Hey, we got a seal. 20.
From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, Newton. Can fire. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And taken right on the 30. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go. Touch the outlaw. 3. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 48-yard line.
Ready. 6 yards. Hot shot. Hot shot. Any weapon. Switch. Jack. Watch twits. Watch twits.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Packers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Love. Jones has it.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Love. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again, Love. Looking right sideline, that's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to fourth down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Second and 10 now from the 27. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with third and still 7 yards to go. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 1, 2, 4, 3. Great. I'm coming. Get them all. West. Let's rock now. 8, win.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Here's Sam Cook now, as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
Let's go.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Got it. 3. Mike 3. Cover. 0, Mike 3. Watch the run. Check 9.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 37. Check 3. Check 36. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Love. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They fake the give. Newton. It's caught. Beckham. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
it. Ready? Ready? Watch out, watch out. Tight and right, tight and right. We got three, fellas, we got three.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A final shot before the break. Newton firing quickly here, and that's complete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Jones. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Here's Johnson, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Open man, it's Preston Williams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard, and you probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about that little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Newton. He finds Beckham complete. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, Newton. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
To Johnson again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll run it with Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gay's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded at the 2.
That's it, baby. We got one.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A nice gain at 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Love. He completes it to Jones. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 43. Check 50. Check 50.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And down to the 16-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
You ain't doing nothing today.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check. Out. You go tight. You got tight.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Play action. It's Newton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Pick it up, D. Slam, slam, slam. Shoot, shoot, shoot.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Max Crosby with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Marr is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded at the 2.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Come on, let's go.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Newton, he's going to air one. And look at this, Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. From the gun on 3rd down, Love. And that's caught by Smith. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Love. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Looking to throw. Love. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 13 yards, first down Packers. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. That one looks like he'll throw here. This complete to Jones. 23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Gun. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing again. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check hot route.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. Love. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Big stop, let's go. Shift, shift.
To throw again, Newton. And that is incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Newton to throw. And that will be incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
58, right over there, yeah.
They snap it to Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to win this football game. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So